Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Kamusta po kayo, no? By the way, I'm Martin Aguilar, founder and chief consultant of the Filipino Hospitality, and I hope everyone's doing fine. Actually, it's just a spur of the moment, no? It's Wednesday, ang bilis po ng araw, no? We just started the week and then all of a sudden it's midweek already. And so gusto ko lang po sanang mga musta po, no, sa ating community. Of course, we're a growing community. We're also inviting our friends from the Filipino Hoteliers Worldwide group. No, kamusta po lahat? No, I understand we're in a state of uncertainty kung saan marami po sa ating mga tourism professionals. I've been hearing a lot of feedback, no? Marami pong nagsasabi sa atin na yun nga po, no? A lot of them were displaced, no? Until now, they're looking for opportunities for work, no? And it's really stressful, lahat po na mga problema, marami pong iniisip, no? And so we really have to be careful because during this time, no, pagka tayo po stressed, marami po tayong iniisip, marami po tayong pinoproblema, especially lalong-lalo na kung financial, no? Then definitely it's going to take a toll on our mental health, right? And that's very important because sometimes, lalong-lalo na po tayo mga lalaki, no, we're not emotional eh. We tend to keep things just to say that we're okay, but really we're not, no? So at some point, no, talagang parang bumibigay din po tayo, right? And so naisip ko lang po itong kamustahan po na to, e-Kapihan, no? At it's been a long day, it's been a long week for some already, kahit Wednesday pa lang po, no? Napaka-busy na natin. And so adding stress would be the state we are in right now. We're in MECQ for most of us, again, from Metro Manila, no? Ay mga karatig bayan po natin like Laguna, Cavite, right? And so we're in this state where it's really challenging, lalong-lalo na kung ikaw ay naghahanap ng opportunity. Now, ano bang pwede nating gawin at this point? So in our previous sessions, lagi po nating sinasabi that of course we have to maximize this time. No, hindi pwedeng wala po tayong gagawin. We need to take advantage and take this time to improve ourselves, right? So yung iba po and I'm very happy, no? Some of you reached out, no? Yung iba nagtatanong paano ba mag-apply sa panibagong trabaho, right? Ano bang mga steps that they can actually do right now so that they can prepare for their new work or their new leads, no? Naghahanap po ng mga kumpanya na pwedeng pasukan. Ano bang pwede nalang gawin ngayon? So, at this point, siguro, ang masasabi lang natin, by the way, I'm not a human resource professional, right? But here are just some of my personal experiences when we were hiring as a manager, no, as top of management, as part of management who are looking for people to join their team. Now, ano ba usually hinahanap ng ating mga professionals, right? So, by the way, for those who are watching right now and you have a little bit of human resource management background, feel free to join us po in our discussion. For those who want to give your comments, suggestions, please, no, share us, no, sa i-message nyo lang po dito, no, kung meron po tayong mga naiisip or gustong ibahagi, no, sa ating mga community, because really at the end of the day we have to help each other at this point, right? So ayun po, no. May mga ilan na nagsabi, sir, meron ba kayong mga leads, no? Saan ba tayo makakahanap ng mga opportunities right now? So yung isa po nating community, katulad nga po na sabi natin kanina, yung group natin which is called the Filipino Hoteliers Worldwide, is almost 250,000 members na po, no? So yun pong community na yun is sharing a lot of job leads right now, no? Marami pong those who belong to certain companies. I've seen restaurants, I've seen hotels who are looking for people done po sa pagka nagbukas na po ang kanilang mga properties or accommodation, no? So that's one to consider. Of course, the usual would be the job street, no? I recommended to some of you who messaged me to create a LinkedIn account, no? That's like the social media of or for professionals where instead of you just browsing around, reading fake news or watching people do TikTok, di ba? Siguro po mas maganda to keep yourself busy also looking for opportunities as well in LinkedIn. Kasi dun po sa LinkedIn, no, if you're going to expand your network and connect with, say, for example, top professionals in not only in the Philippines but the rest of the world, no? Marami po diyan mga connections po natin diyan will be yung mga HR managers, yung mga directors of human resources, and or other related management in key hotels, no, or not even hotels, na lahat po ng ng organizations, right? So if you want to connect with them, then that's a way to go, no? If you're looking for job opportunities, then that's also an option. But other than that, no, other than expanding your network, increasing your reach, no, you have to maybe consider revising your CV or your resume. No, I've seen some who I've requested to send me a message or email it to me para lang po makapagbigay po ako ng feedback, and a lot of them were surprisingly unedited. No, kumbaga sa photo po, kung meron po tayong mga photo na raw, ito po ay ganun din. No, napaka-raw pa ng kanilang mga CV or resume. So, in the perspective of someone who will be hiring, say for example, a human resource manager, napaka-importante po na maayos po ang inyong resume. No? Kung dyan pa lang po, makikita na marami na pong grammatical errors, marami na pong misspelled words, and all of these, mga pwede pang makorek, pwede pang maayos, then baka po dun pa lang sa pag-review pa lang ng resume, baka hindi na tayo ma-accommodate, right? So we might not even go to the next stage, which is being considered for interview, no? You have to imagine and you have to consider po, marami rin pong naghahanap ng trabaho sa ngayon, right? So we have to look at the competition, no? Based on statistics, hundreds, even thousands lost their jobs because of the pandemic. In fact, according to DTI, about 26% of businesses are closing down. So imagine all of their staff, no, are being displaced, nawalan po ng trabaho, who are also looking for opportunities right now. So, what do? We have to increase our competency. We have to be more competitive, no? So, kailangan po natin ayusin, no? Unang-una, ayan po, no? Yung resume, yung CV, no? As much as possible, please ensure, double check. Mas maganda nga po, sabi nga nila, you can't prove your own work. It's best that if you can show it to a professional, show it to your previous supervisor or manager, the better, no? Ask for feedback, ask for things that you can improve, that you can correct, no? Para dun pa lang maayos na po natin. Kasi yun nga po, no, karamihan pa lang na nagsasabit ng mga resume, pagtingin pa lang ng resume, hindi na kaaya-aya, right? So dun pa lang meron ng kagad first impression na hindi maayos ang trabaho nito. Hindi nito sineseryoso ang kanyang trabaho because unang-una yung application mo pa lang, ang dami ng areas for improvement, right? So yun po, no, one thing to consider really would be editing your resume right now. So number 2, yun nga po, expand your network, no? It's best to connect with an expansive network. Mas marami po, no? Damihan po natin yung mga network natin in terms of hiring, no? A lot of our tourism professionals were displaced. So right now, maybe they have their side hustle, no? Yung iba, instead of their side hustle, yung kanilang nagsimula sa munting negosyo, they're already considering having that as their means of income, no? Especially during these difficult times. And so you have to consider all of these things, no? You have to focus on how you can be more productive, on how you can be efficient, as compared to just maybe be feeling depressed. Pero alam ko naman po, no, I understand and I empathize, no? Sabi nga nila, yes, we are probably experiencing the same storm, right? But we're not really necessarily on the same boat, no? Ang sitwasyon po ng iba Alam ko po, iba po sa sitwasyon ko right now. But the question is, how are we adapting? How are we evolving? How are we reinventing ourselves, no? How are we innovating our ways of doing things para po maiba? Katulad po kami, no? We are a training provider. We provide training mostly for the Department of Tourism, but also for micro, small, medium enterprises, no? Kung saan umiikot po kami sa buong Pilipinas para po magturo po ng mga procedures, ng mga ASEAN Common Competency Standards, no? Yan po ang ginagawa namin. Now, given the pandemic, wala na po. Biglang tumigil po. Wala po kaming negosyo, wala pong biyahe, right? So what do we do now, right? So you have to pivot. You have to look at other opportunities and then you do something about it. No, that's one of the reasons why, no, given the situation, ayan po, no, we started offering our online programs. No, we developed modules that will cater to the needs of our tourism professionals, kung ano pong kailangan ng ating mga kasamahan po sa turismo. Then we have to create something that will help our tourism professionals. So ganun po, no, you have to do something. So question is, ano po ang ginagawa natin ngayon, right? So kailangan po natin, syempre, mag-adjust, no? Lagi na lang pong ganyan, no? Kailangan po natin mag-adjust. But really, that's the reality, no? We really have to look at the situation and we have to adapt, right? So yun po, no? I hope to hear from you, no? Where are you watching this from? And if ever, no, meron po ba tayo mga questions? Ano bang mga pinagkakaabalahan natin, no? Siguro, dyan po pumapasok yung question na gusto ko pong tanungin sa inyo ay, eto, no? MECQ na naman, how are you coping up, really? Because it's really hard, no? It's really a challenge, no? Most of us are going to work before, no? We used to ride yung mga public transport. Ngayon, dahil MECQ na naman, wala na namang public transport, no? So wala na naman yung ating mga bus, shuttles, no? Yung mga taxi, Grab, no? There was a time na nakakatawa, napanood ko nga sa news. A lot of our motorcycle riders invested dun sa barrier na ginawa nila, no? Specifically to comply dun sa para magkaroon po ng back ride, no, opportunity to have someone ride with you in the motorcycle. So nag-invest po sila sa barrier na yon, which I really feel, and in my opinion, is not really effective. Biglang 2 days after, biglang yun nga po, nagka-MECQ na naman. So anyway, ganun po talaga, no? But really, it's difficult. We understand that. So we just really have to do something about it. No, hindi pwedeng we're feeling hopeless, no? Kailangan po natin tignan ano pa bang ibang opportunities, no? So in our previous sessions, we had a series called Upskill Learning Sessions, which is, by the way, still available in YouTube. Check nyo lang po yung The Filipino Hospitality. And if you haven't done so, please go ahead and subscribe po dun sa aming official YouTube channel. Nandun po yung mga previous upskill learning sessions natin kung saan we actually we talked with several tourism professionals. We had a friend, no, isa pong hotelier who, of course, no, given the situation, displaced po, no, natigil po ang kanilang operation, decided to go on business, no. Siya po ay talagang all over the place. No? Kung nandyan ka, Mr. Rap Buendia, no? He's all over the place until now sa social media niya kung ano-ano po ang kanyang binebenta, right? You think about it, everything but a kitchen sink, no? From donuts to ube halaya, from even plants, no? Talagang napaka-resourceful ni Rap eh. So shout out nga pala dyan sa ating mga kaibigan from Coronadal. Right? So, ayan po, no? Meron din po tayong isang kaibigan who currently is still a flight attendant, and we've seen in social media how hundreds of our tourism professionals from the aviation industry ay nawalan din po ng trabaho. Siya naman po gumawa po siya ng mini grocery sa kanila pong sa kanila pong bahay, right? So, yung natira niyang ipon, yung natira niyang sweldo instead of kasi gano'n po no, ang bilis lang po sa totoo lang no, minsan ang bilis po talaga mawala ng ating sweldo no. So, ayun po no, kung hindi po natin ni-reinvest no, pag hindi po natin siya tinabi, talagang mauubos at mauubos siya. So, ayun po no, ang ginawa po niya, she bought mga grocery, mga food items, yung mga necessity po no, na instead of kasi totoo naman po na given the situation, ang hirap na naman po. Like for example, last Monday, sobrang traffic na naman po. Punuan na naman po sa mall, sa grocery because everyone was panic buying once again. And so, siya po, instead of yung mga kapitbahay niya, instead of pupunta pa sila sa grocery, yung mga basic lang po mga kailangan, ay pwede nang maibili doon sa kanilang maliit na tindahan. And so, yun, no? What about you? No? Ano po ang ginagawa natin right now? Maybe we can throw some ideas out there. I have a good friend, isang national trainer din po natin sa housekeeping, si Miss Joanne Nebrida. Ang ginawa po niya ngayon, of course, no, at the academy, she's also a teacher by profession, is challenged also with how online learning is, di ba? We're transitioning towards flexible learning. So siya po, I believe, is keeping herself busy sa kanyang Sartin Cafe. If you haven't tried that, no, check nyo po online. And I personally ordered din po yung kanilang coffee. Napakasarap po. Iba po talaga ang quality at lasa ng Highlands Coffee. Kasi nung nakikita ko yung post ng ating mga kaibigan from Baguio and I saw, wow, nakakainggit yung weather nila. Medyo maulan, no? Dito rin po sa atin, sa Metro Manila, medyo maulan, no? Dahil siguro sa mga dumaan na bagyo. However, nakikita ko, parang ang sarap magkape ng yung Highland. I used to live in Baguio, by the way. I work for a hotel also there, no? And I miss drinking hot coffee, no? The smell, the aroma of Highlands coffee while napakalamig po, no? So na-imagine ko po, sabi ko kay Joanne, ako sige, susuportahan ko yung isang kaibigan ko, no? Let's order all the way from Nueva Vizcaya. Ayan. So natuwa naman po ako, napakasarap talaga ng coffee nila. All right? So ayan. So let me just take a look at the live stream. Ayan. So yung kaibigan po natin si Sir Emon, yan, who is also in the academe. Good afternoon. God bless you too, brother. So, ayan. So, how are you guys coping up, no? Is your school, by the way, Emon, nag-transition na kayo to flexible learning? Ano bang mga challenges natin sa flexible learning or online learning, no? Kasi yan nga po sinasabi po ng ating mga kasamaan sa academe, it's been a challenge. I think most of their students, a lot of them still don't have reliable access with internet. No, some of them are challenged with the technology, no, wala pong yung ibang mga tablets or computers, no. So nakakatuwa po pag naririnig nating mga katulad sa Manila, no, si Yorme who provided tablets for yung kanilang mga public students, no, public school students, pati na rin yung mga teachers nila nag-provide sila ng mga laptop. So I sana all, no, yan yung mga sinasabi nating sana all. I hope that we have more public officials who are also thinking ahead, no. We have to be more kumbaga proactive instead of reactive. Sana po, no, naiisip bago po tayo magdedesisyon, bago po tayo gagawa ng mga implementation, sana po iisipin muna natin yung consequence at ano yung mga dapat gawin in order to prepare, right? So, yan po, no? Sana po makonsider po yan ng ating mga government officials. All right. Si Miss Agnes Migs, hi po, from Bacolod City. Ayan, okay. So, sila naman ay nagko-cope daw by sewing cloth face mask. All right. Thank you very much. Nako, oo nga pala. That's nice. Anong klaseng mga design yan, Miss Agnes, right? So, ako personally, I also supported a friend, no, from Mindanao. Ito, gusto ko lang pong ipakita, no. Kasi gusto ko, I always like yung mga parang yung mga pinauso ni sino ating beauty queen, right? Nagpauso ng mga mask from Mindanao, right? So ito, i-flex ko lang yung aking mask, no? Gawa sa yakan fabric, right? Ayan. So, ayan, napakaganda, no? So, I like the patterns itself, right? But ang sabi ko, for those who are creating masks, I hope that you can consider yung mga outer layer, that's fine, no? You can use like traditional materials or yung fabrics that your indigenous people, for example, are using, no? That's fine. However, yung loob po, mas maganda po, gawin po nating neoprene, which is yun po yung ginagamit na material for yung mga waterproof or water repellent or kung tawagin mga dry fit, no? These are repellent. Yan po din yung same material na ginagamit, I believe, sa mga payong, right? So, yun po yung water repellent and at the same time, of course, no? Ito po, we still need the real protection. So, there has to be an insert for the face mask, no? So, yung face mask po natin, dapat mas maganda, meron pa rin pong insert, alright? So, ayan, thank you very much, Miss Agnes, for sharing, no? Siya po ay isang tour guide. Okay, so yan po, marami pong salamat, Miss Agnes. Tamang-tama po yan, no? Dapat ganyan po tayo. Instead of just giving up, no, we have to do something about it, no. As much as possible, you have to act, you have to move, no. Kailangan po natin gumawa ng initiative so that we can provide for ourselves. Kasi sa totoo lang, hindi po enough talaga ang ano, like for example, yung ayuda, no. Umaasa po tayo, meron po tayong ayuda na makukuha sa government, like yun nga po, no, or just recently with the recent issue of PhilHealth, no? Nako, mga problema daw po tayo. Until the 2022, no? Mukhang ubos na po ang budget. However, yun nga po, given the situation, instead of just merely criticizing our government, please, no, as much as possible, gawin po natin lahat in order for us to help, no? Ano pa ang pwede nating gawin? Right? Like katulad nito po, no? To be honest, I really don't need to do this, no? But of course, I want to reach out to our tourism professionals. I want to help in every way that we can, no? Para po matulungan yung ating bayan. Kasi sino po ang gagawa nun kung hindi po tayo, no? So, as much as possible, no, we're really trying our best, no, extending our efforts so that we can help each other. Okay? So, what about the others? Ano po ang inyong mga recommendations? Ayan, no? Just to share po yung sinabi ni Miss Agnes, no? Siya daw po ay nagsusew ng cloth mask, so malong inspired. Wow, okay, that's nice, no? Sana in Facebook you can share a picture, no, of your material, or if you have a Facebook page, feel free to send it as well. No, mamaya po i-announce po natin. Ayan. So very good, no? She's actually using water repellent cloth with pocket for filter or paper towel. All right, very good. Yan po yung ano. So, marami pong ganyan, no? Like, I understand most of our, like, for example, yung mga ang business ay mga damit, no? They also pivoted their business. Ang ginawa po nila, gumawa po sila ng mga PPEs, no? And most of our, or I mean, so, some of our designers, no, also ventured into yung fashionable PPEs, which I very much appreciated, no? So, yun po, mga ganun po mga diskarte ang kailangan natin, no? Sometimes we see this COVID-19 as a crisis. Yes, it is, no? It is indeed a pandemic. However, sometimes you also have to look at it as an opportunity, no? Sabi nga nila, in every crisis, there's always an opportunity. So you just really have to find that opportunity. So yung iba po, ginagamit po itong opportunity to improve on themselves, no? Like for example, ako personally, until now, as much as possible, I still attend po, no, ng mga webinars, mga online trainings, no? Given that, someone will be facilitating something like what I'm doing, like continuously trying to help and educate our tourism professionals, then I'll probably attend that as well if I have time, di ba? Kasi yun nga po, kailangan po natin, no? We really have to do something about this situation. We cannot take this just sitting down and just, doing nothing, no? We have to act, no? And sabi nga nila, lagi po paulit-ulit, no, na mini-mention, tourism is everybody's business. Given the situation na ito na naman, madedelay na naman, we were all already looking forward into August, no, we were looking forward into September. The third quarter was supposed to be the start of recovery for some of the provinces. Kasi nga po, no, marami pong nag-aay September or the last quarter of this year. Sana po, we were already anticipating a little bit of local tourism, you know, at least man lang from the region itself or yung mga karatig bayan or munisipyo. However, given the situation, again, we're very much affected, no? So, what do we do about it, right? So, yung iba are taking advantage of this time to do a little bit of renovation. Very important po yung preparation that are needed. Like, for example, we are currently conducting training for the regional offices of the Department of Tourism about COVID-19 management, no? So recently, nag-conduct po kami ng training. It's called COVID-19 Management, Operational Considerations for the Accommodation Sector, kung saan nag-discuss po kami ng mga recommendations ng World Health Organization, ng mga based on the implementing rules and regulations of the Department of Tourism, as well as yung mga recommendations ng Department of Health, no? So we consolidated that and created a module para po magabayan po, no, other than the face mask, other than the what are the specific implementations to be done per department, no? So for example, sa reservations, paano ba nila i-demonstrate, gagawin yung new normal operations na yan, no? Sa front office, diba? Ano kaya? Anong dapat nilang gawin? What kind of preparations in terms of pre-arrival, arrival, and guest stay and post or departure ang kailangan nilang i-consider with regard to the new normal operations, no? So yan po, marami pong mga hygiene, sanitation standards that were discussed in that training. So I recommend, no, yung pong mga micro, small, medium, even the large establishments, no, I hope that you are already implementing these kasi nga po, requirement po siya ng Department of Tourism. We cannot acquire a certificate of authority to operate if we do not have these standards or new standards in place. Okay po, no? So ayan po, I hope that is clear, no? There's a lot of considerations, yan po yung mga kailangan nating ma-consider, right, in the next few days. Okay, so kailangan po tayong mag-prepare. Let's try to maximize, no? Okay, ayan. So there you go. What about the others, no? Ano pong pinagkakabisihan nyo? I understand that our friends from the academe are already, some already started, no? Or others will be having a September cycle. Ano po, kamusta na po kayo, no? I understand some of you are already implementing classes online, no? So how is it so far? Ano po bang mga best practices nyo? Ano po bang mga ginagawa nyo in order to ensure that your students are learning, right? So another topic, by the way, is online OJT, no? Or yung ating on-the-job training online, no? Karamihan po, syempre, unang-una na ang ating mga partners, no? Tourism partners who, for example, yung mga hotels who used to secure or accept yung mga OJTs in their establishments. Now, given, lalong-lalo na po ngayon, naka-MECQ na naman tayo, which in terms of operations, skeletal force na naman. At least 50% ang ating workforce, no? Usually, ganyan po ang scale ng mga business operations natin, naka 50% skeletal force. Now, how does that translate with the internship or the on-the-job training program of hospitality and tourism schools nowadays, no? Paano po kaya yan makakapag-apekto? Unang-una na, in terms of the demonstration of the actual skills, no? It's really going to be a challenge, no? Tama po ba? No? Kasi unang-una, like for example, if a student, no, is into culinary and would like to join an internship program in a hotel, for example, it's really going to be a challenge doing that online, no? So yun, paano po tayo mag-a-adapt sa ganun pong paraan? All right? So marami pong challenges. I hope you share with us, no? Ano po ba ang mga strategies natin? I apologize for my dog. Yan po ang isa sa mga challenge ng live stream. Pati po yung aking aso nagpa-participate sa ating discussion. All right? Kasi wala naman daw pong sumasagot eh. That's the challenge as compared to face-to-face training, no? In these kinds of online platforms, learning sometimes is one way, no? And it's really a challenge for us. Imagine nyo po, no? Kayo na po yung tuloy-tuloy magsalita non-stop, right? It's going to be really a challenge, no? So please engage with us if you have comments, if you have suggestions, meron po kayong mga violent reactions, i-share nyo lang po dito and I'll be happy to acknowledge them. All right? So yun po, no? Marami po talaga tayong mga challenges nowadays, and really the objective of this is to just connect, no? Just to see how you guys are. I hope everyone is still staying safe. No, marami pong mga locations. Unang-una, yung sabi po ng ating mga kapulisan, no? Marami pong mga lugar ay nag-relax na naman sa kanilang mga protocols, yung mga safety, hygiene. That's why we never really flatten the curve, no? In fact, pataas po tayo ng pataas. Nakakagulat po, no? It's really alarming, the current figures that we have, because really it's increasing, no? Just the other day 5,000 plus, no? Can you imagine? Actually, we can't just imagine, it is the reality. So yun po, no, we really have to do what we can, no? So as much as possible, the best that we can really is to stay at home, no? Kung pwede po, no, tayo mag-work from home, please go ahead and do that, because yun nga po, that's the only way that we decrease po yung exposure natin sa risk, no? So yun po, kailangan po talagang tignan po, no, ng ways and means on how we can help contribute, or at least not contribute to the rising problem po ng COVID situation here in the Philippines, right? So yun po, no, it's really a challenge. Okay, so just to see sino ba, si Mr. Joselito Las, yan, siya po yung sa inbound training manager, tama ba, Mr. Las, no? Sa Philippine Airlines naman po. And of course, yan po, katulad po sila, no? It's really a challenge. Say for example, hopeful flight attendants, no? Paano kaya, no? Is there currently a program? Actually, that is his question, no? How are the other companies implementing their OJT programs? I've seen one. I don't know if it's in YouTube. I'll try to share it here. But isa pong nag-share ng kanilang online internship would be Mega World Hotels, no? So I've seen one. I believe this is across their properties, but one property, for example, is their property in Iloilo, and they mentioned how or what initiatives they're currently doing in regards to naman po yung kanilang online internship program. So ginagawa po nila yan ngayon. So what about PAL, no? We have in our community, there's also a lot of hopeful flight attendants, no? Marami pong in fact yung video vlog ni Mr. Las is actually about helping yung mga hopeful future cabin crews. Ayan po, no? So I hope that maybe you can also share, no, what are your current programs for Philippine Airlines, no? Meron po ba? Kasi I understand po mahirap pong mag-train, no? If it's going to be online, how are you really going to test, no, or demonstrate your skill, say for example in front of a computer, no? But I guess anything is possible, di ba? Before po, I used to be an assessor for an Australian company as well. Bilang isang ASEAN Master Assessor, isa po yan sa mga siguro pribilehyo po na pwede namin gawin, no? We can actually conduct assessment across different countries. Now, one project that I had before was to be an assessor for an Australian company, and it's possible really. We were assessing different labor divisions. Meron pong kitchen, meron pong or food production, merong F&B. Some were into management even, no? So kaya po, no? What they did, they're just going to be sending video samples of certain competency standards. Doon po sa Australia kasi very strict po sila sa implementation ng program. No? So ang gagawin lang po, titignan po namin yung kanilang competency standards and we're going to be assessing the learner or yung nag-send po or the assessee dun sa kanyang mga competencies. No? So it's really possible. I'm just wondering what will be the internship program because for example, for our company, the Filipino Hospitality, we're actually coming up with an online internship program, no? Where I'm going to be developing 3 teams, no? Isa po about research and development. So we're just going to be choosing 5 members, hopefully from 5 different schools, no? So kung kayo po, meron po kayong online internship program and you're one of the coordinators, please go ahead and message me. Nandiyan po yung aking email down below, no? Or feel free to DM me, no? Or personal message na lang po if we're friends in Facebook. If you have an OJT program and you want to join ours, because I'm going to be developing 3 teams. So, unang-una, research and development. The research and development team is going to be helping me with our research for the ASEAN. No? So I don't know if a lot of you know this, but I'm also the MRATP or the Mutual Recognitions Arrangement on Tourism Professionals Consultant for the ASEAN Secretariat. And what we do is we're going to be researching a lot of data, especially in all of the 10 countries within ASEAN. No? So yung data po na pinag-aaralan po natin is going, or hopefully, no, our objective really is to create impact across the region. And so very critical po, no, it's a good opportunity for our research students to actually learn about ASEAN, no, to have a bigger scale in terms of research. No, we're going to be doing it not the textbook style. Medyo we're going to be adding a lot of innovations in terms of our ways of doing things because again, we are in the new normal now, no? Nag-iiba na po ang proseso. It's not like you can go to a library now, right? So, iba po yung we will have new ways of doing things. So, yes, yun po. Isa po team about research and development. We're going to have for those professionals who might consider a career in sales, we're going to develop a team naman on business development and product development, no? So yung mga innovations po sa tourism, yung mga opportunities po, no, na mga pwede. In fact, we're going to be linking with our travel destinations and we're thinking of establishing our own some sort of travel agency in order to really promote our destinations. Kasi I really believe, no, it is through destination marketing that we're going to be promoting our provinces, our yung mga hindi pa masyadong napupuntahang destinations, right? So I'm really looking forward in promoting those destinations as well. And yun nga po, no, we're going to be developing OJTs specifically on sales and marketing and product development. So that's going to be a good experience for them, no, when we give them direction in regards to selling, no, or promotions, right? So another will be about training, no? So for most of you, you know that the core of our business, or right now, no, we're conducting a lot of online trainings, no, yung mga modules po na ginagawa natin or ganitong mga learning sessions, we're going to have a specific team to handle naman po yung training, no, and or learning and development. No? So, human resources development naman po ang magiging focus ng third team namin. So, yun po, no? We're just looking at Magic 15, no? 5 members each team. And hopefully, no, na, ayun nga po, we get to really teach them innovations of the hospitality and tourism industry. And yeah, we're looking forward in working with our internship. So yan po, no? Online internship program. What about the others? Do you have an online internship program? Maybe you can comment down below if you have and if you have recommendations. All right. So there. Okay. Ayan. Just to correct nga pala, in-flight manager pala si Mr. Las. All right. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. Please share also your YouTube page pag may link ka dyan para po sa ating mga future cabin crew members, ayan, they can visit your page. All right? So he agrees, most experts agree it will take at least 3 years for the airline industry to recover. Practically all airline companies are laying off employees, including flight attendants. Ayan, that is the sad reality of our current situation, no? And so I hope, no, that we really get to recover from this pandemic, right? So ayan, nagre-react na yung aking bulldog. Nagagalit na daw siya talaga sa COVID situation natin. All right? So ayan. Si Dave mentioned that meron silang portfolio assessment for NC2. Ayan. So, in response to the new normal in vocational education and training, no? Ang TESDA po, meron po silang portfolio assessment. Ayan, that's very good news, no? So, for those who would like to get a national certification, by the way, our NC2 or NC3 or other national certifications, they're actually recognized by the other ASEAN member states, no? So, kung kayo po gusto niyo pong magpa-assess, no? This is a great time, 'di ba? Wala po tayong excuse, no? Kailangan po talaga nating maglagay or magbigay ng oras, no, para sa ating kapakanan, no? That's going to be a good improvement for your resume, 'di ba? Kung meron ka pong mga national certifications. But again, just a comment, no? A lot of our hospitality and tourism students all graduate with, say, 4 or 5 national certificates. No? Parang ang impression po na nabibigay sa akin noon, a lot of our students are, kumbaga, po sila, they're jack of all trades, master of none. So I still believe in yes, specialization, pero actually ngayon po with the pandemic, where a lot of our siguro po yung mga tourism professionals are being laid off, no? That's the reality. Multi-skilled employees are now critical, no? Mas maganda nga po talaga, marami po tayong alam, marami po tayong gawin para hindi lang po tayo, say for example, sa front office or sa F&B, flexible po tayo. Ayan naman po ang advantage nung ganong maraming natututunan. Alright? So, ayan. Alright. So, oh, by the way, my brother is also here. Thank you very much. Siya nga po palang, yung president and CEO of Final Pitch. So, for those who are aspiring entrepreneurs, no, marami po silang mga programa. Yung kanilang pong show, which is shown in CNN, are helping a lot of entrepreneurs, no? So kung kayo po ay aspiring entrepreneur and you think that you have the next big thing idea, no, in business, at marami po tayong mga iniisip, marami po tayong gustong gawin. However, ang challenge po natin sometimes will be the capital. That is the place you would like to involve yourself in, no? Try to join that show. Try to prepare your final pitch. Malay nyo po, no? Some of the aspiring entrepreneurs po na sumali po doon, all of a sudden had 3-5 million investments in their business expansions. Can you imagine, right? So ayan po, no? It's a good opportunity. If you have time, check nyo po yung kanilang Facebook page, The Final Pitch, no? Or of course, you can just check and look for them in YouTube as well. Mapapanood nyo po yung mga previous shows doon if you weren't able to watch it in CNN. Okay? So, yan naman po, no? Sabi din po ni, ayan, Culinaria Tagala, as a culinary tour operator for Calabarzon, we deliver Tagalog veggies, lukban, longganisa, cocoa jam, cocoa sugar, VCO from Quezon, and from Laguna, a reseller of kits by Jel Salonga, and Ted's Kitchen home delivered here in Santa Rosa City. Parang nakakagutom po masyado yung mga shinare nyo. Parang lahat yan gusto ko nating subukan, no? So yeah, napakasarap, no? And for them now, they've been attending webinars to educate himself and doing his hobby, no? Crocheting, right? So yeah. So, done with one tablecloth, keeping in touch with our provincial tourism office to be well-informed. All right, very good. So, ayan po, no? A lot of us are actually
utilizing the opportunity, utilizing the time, maximizing nga po, yan po yung ano no, yung previous trainings natin. Lagi natin sinasabi, yes, that is something that we ought to do right now, no? We cannot give up. It's difficult, no? These are uncertain times, but we cannot take it just sitting down and doing nothing, no? Hindi po tayo magmo-move forward if we just keep on waiting. We have to go ahead and get that opportunity. Di ba lagi nating nakikita sa social media, hashtag get it. No, you have to get it. You have to have that sense of grit. No, lagi po nating naririnig yung salita na yan. Ano ba talaga ang grit? Di ba? What is it to, lalong-lalo na kung kayo po ay naka-experience ng a lot of failures and you're going to be expecting that in business, no? Until now, I'm still committing a lot of mistakes, learning opportunities. But what do you do after a mistake? You go forward, no? You learn from them and then you evolve, you develop yourself. And I think that's what we ought to do during this time, no? Take it as a time to develop yourselves, no? Continue to grow, no? Ang learning po, hindi po yan nagtatapos in the four corners of a room. You have all the opportunity. Tama po yung sinabi ng ating mga participants, no? Let's try to attend as much webinars. Ito po, no? Continue to engage with us with our learning sessions, no? Soon, we're going to be coming up with our own online training, program, we're looking at developing the Filipino Hospitality Online Academy. How are you excited about that? No, let us know if that is something that you want to attend. No, are you interested in having your own certifications? No, interesado po ba tayong matuto ng international standards kung saan we're going to be mentoring you, we're going to be developing you, and we're going to teach you how to achieve your goals and your dreams, no? So, interesado po ba kayo? Please let us know. Just message us there down below or in the comment section. All right? So, by the way, we're live in Facebook, the Filipino Hospitality page, as well as in YouTube. Now, kung meron po kayong mga kaibigan na hindi po nakasali ngayon and you want to them to really catch a glimpse of our learnings for this afternoon, our catch-up session, please go ahead and share this, no? Itong replay po nito is going to be uploaded again in YouTube, no? I-share nyo lang po yung link para naman po mapanood nila. And if they have comments, suggestions, i-send nyo lang po so that our next topic, no, our next kamustahan, our next e-Kapihan, meron po tayong mapag-usapan na makakatulong po sa ating lahat. Alright? So ito naman po, last na siguro po kay Maf, no? Sabi ni Maf, Cavite PTCAO, no? Ayan po, conducted Cavite Tourism Impact Assessment Survey. So we can determine and analyze the impact of pandemic to tourism enterprises and self-employed tourism workers in Cavite. All right, that's very good, no? So yan, impact assessment survey, very important. Kasi katulad po dun sa mga previous trainings namin where we talked about project management and the importance of monitoring, evaluation, and learning, that's actually a very important, that's an essential part of the monitoring stage where we need to get data. And having a survey such as an assessment or impact assessment survey is very important kasi yun po yung basihan natin eh. We have to understand where we are right now in order for us to plan moving forward, no? But yun po ang basihan natin. We really have to look at the current situation, assess it, create a strategy, and then we move forward. All right? So siguro po, dyan na lang po muna tayo, no? I hope everything was great, no? Everything was clear, no? It's good for us to have these kapihan sessions, no? Asan po yung mga kape nyo? If you have recommendation, ako po personally, yun nga po, no? I'm actually drinking here. Let me just get my coffee. Nakalimutan ko, sabi ko kapihan, hindi na ako nakainom, right? No, yun nga po, I'm already drinking my Highlands coffee all the way from Nueva Vizcaya. So again, if you're watching, si Joanne Ibrida, thank you very much from Sartin Cafe, try to search them in their Facebook page, yung Sartin Cafe, and someday I would like to go back there in Nueva Vizcaya, Namimiss ko na kasi from Nueva Vizcaya, ang ginawa pala namin ng mga anak ko, pumunta kami, that it's only about 2 hours away, yung Banawi Rice Terraces, So napakasarap, Talagang it's really a bucket list checked, right? When we were able to hike up the Banawi Rice Terraces, right? So it was a long drive, however, going back home, pero it was definitely worth it. All right? So yan po, napaka-saya, na despite the pandemic, you can see a lot of people trying their best to survive. And yun, meron nga po kasabihan, we don't really just have to survive. In fact, there's a lot of opportunities to thrive. Kailangan lang daw po talaga natin, Kaninang umaga po, nag-uusap po kami ng aking father, and he was basically telling him how important po ang diskarte nowadays. And so, let me know, what about you? Maybe you can write here in the comment section, ano ang diskarte mo? Anong ginagawa mo ngayon in order to survive, and hopefully, not only to survive, but to thrive. All right? So, again, if you have Facebook pages of whatever you're selling, it's our way of supporting our local entrepreneurs, yung ating mga dumidiskarte, yung mga side hustle ngayon pong panahon nito. Please, i-share nyo lang po yung inyong mga products, whatever you're selling, your Facebook page where they can reach you, right? So that we can help each other. All right? So, yun lang po, Maraming pong salamat for joining us in our e-Kapihan Kamustahan Session, and I hope that you can join us once again in the near future. Thank you.